So lately, I've been seeing a lot of people online saying that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the end of an era for the MCU. They're saying that Guardians 3 was the only upcoming MCU project that they were really excited for, and with that out of the way, they're saying that there's no point in sticking around with the future of the MCU. So I just wanted to make this very quick video talking about my thoughts on this, and if I'm either excited for the future of the MCU after Guardians 3, or if I'm more so stepping back from this franchise after this film. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was one of mine and a lot of other people's most anticipated films going into this year. The first two Guardians of the Galaxy films were just very beloved by audiences all around the world. All the trailers for this film looked great, and this was said to be the last time we would see all of these characters together that we grew to love. And then this film did deliver us that final emotional and satisfying end to our Guardians with a great story and character writing. It had some very serious and dark moments, and it really felt like Marvel trusted James Gunn with the story and let him do his own thing, and it worked. They trusted the story and these characters to drive this movie forward, instead of lame jokes, cameos, and giant action sequences. This movie was just so refreshing, and it's been getting a lot of critical success. So lots of people now are saying that this is going to be the last good movie to come out of the MCU, and that this franchise has no more left in the tank. And to a degree, I can see that. In these past couple of years, you can clearly see the dip in quality for this franchise in a lot of the projects in Phase 4 and even Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania a couple months ago. These projects feel very artificial and rushed, and it felt like Marvel didn't care about its story. And now that James Gunn is done with his trilogy of the Guardians of the Galaxy, is it worth it to stick around with the future of the MCU with all of these problems, since it feels like most of the stories from phases 1 through 3 are already finished being told? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was very much a James Gunn film, and he's not returning back to direct any more movies in this franchise. He's going to manage DC. So with all of these problems, am I still going to stick with the MCU? Yes. Despite the quality dip of the MCU these past couple of years, I'm still really excited for some of these future projects like the Fantastic Four movie and Daredevil Born Again and Loki Season 2 and of course Avengers The Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. Actually, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 made me even more excited. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 had some pretty good visual effects and CGI, which is pretty rare for the MCU nowadays, which gives me hope that future projects will also have good effects. Maybe with the critical success of this film, the MCU will start trusting the directors and writers more, and make their projects more dark and serious. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is, in a way, the end of an era for the MCU. It finishes the storyline for each of our Guardians and marks where almost all of the main storylines from phases 1 through 3 are finished. And despite the problems with this franchise these past couple of years, I'm still going to be riding along with it. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 gave me even more hope that the MCU can be great again, and that they can make great stories. And I know that James Gunn said that he had already written the script for Guardians 3 before he was fired years ago, but still, it's great that Marvel is letting him have so much control of that film. This was just my very short video on the status of the MCU after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's fine if you're moving on from the MCU right now and think that they have nothing else left in the tank. I can understand and I can see your point of view. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 only made me more excited for the future of the MCU.